G'day, Stuart here from Stuart Surfboards. Just want to talk today about a new concept that we've come up with, the Carbon XF wrap. So this little board, big carbon wrap on the bottom here, giving the board a lot of strength. So and the reason we do that is because we've taken the stringer out to enhance the flex characteristic of the board. So the board, this type of board, is going to flex a lot more than a normal board with a stringer. The reason we take the stringer out is we want to increase the flex and reduce the weight. And the reason we want to increase the flex is because a lot of the thicker designs these days, small wave design boards and mid wave design boards which have a thicker rail, they don't flex like your little ultra thin 2-inch pro model designs do. And so that's a real benefit to people riding ultra thin surfboards, to be able to have that flex as they're coming out of the turn, an extra pop and zing and release. So what we've done is we're like, how can we make that feature into an everyday board for all the punters like myself, and that is to take the stringer out, which increases the flex. Obviously, we R&D'd this one a little bit too much flex with just the regular glassing, so that's where the carbon wrap comes in. Then we've got the parabolic deck channels around the rail, so they add a fair bit of strength and rigidity back to the board. So now we're producing the right amount of flex there. We combine that with the carbon strip down the middle there, just to give it a little more of control, and also the glass S-cloth, so superior for your strength, and also gives you minimal deck dents, so you don't trash your board too much. Now this particular design, the reason that we've been able to bring it to you in such a format is we've been able to do a lot of testing. We've got a whole team of guys that have been giving this design a really good rap, and we've changed it a few times, and this is now the culmination of all those different rigorous testing procedures. And if you wanted to get on board with one of these, I'd suggest that you try one of our sort of small to mid-wave design boards. So your Pantera, like the one shown here, your Bender series, Bender X, Bender miniguns, even your FX series, so your FX2s, FX Rockets, FX4s, any of those boards that you feel like you could get a bit more whip out of because the boards are a little bit thicker than your regular high performance board. It works exceptionally well. One other feature is that it actually has a polyester foam and polyester resin materials in the construction. It's not made out of polystyrene and epoxy. There's a couple of reasons. The first is that your polyester foam, it tends to bite and drive into the wave really well. It's a very easy board to give a lot of drive and projection out of your turns. It's it gives you a lot of confidence being able to know what your board's going to do when you're coming off the bottom, off the top. If you were to make these materials out of your polystyrene and epoxy, you would find that you wouldn't have that level of confidence, because you wouldn't have the same range of waves that you can surf the board in. That meaning, polystyrene and epoxy tends to not penetrate the wave as well, so high speed turns, imperfect conditions, like any wobble or lump in the wave, or if it's offshore, if there's too much energy in the wave, quite often the polystyrene just lets go and doesn't give you that hold that you need and that confidence that you need in a surfboard to be able to ride it intuitively and ride it really well. So we're just trying to give you a really good all-round design board, but in a high-tech format. And last but not least is, you know, this particular technology is pretty affordable. It's not getting up into the thousands. It's still, you know, under $900 for one of these bad boys. So really good pricing, and good high performance in small to medium waves, heaps of spring, heaps of coil, and a lot of fun. You know, if you're looking for some sort of alternative technology, have a look at the Carbon XF wrap. Thank you.